What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we need to talk to you about Faraday Future. I want to go over some of the current data points, break it down on what's been coming out associated to the company itself, and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. At the time of doing this video, it is down 3.83%, very high volume, so 36.4 million shares being traded within the first hour and a half of the trading day. 49.6 is the average. That is very misleading. A lot of people might see that as optimistic, but that's just algorithmic trading among themselves. So swing traders and whatever else, it's not a lot of long investors, unfortunately. But beside the point, over this last week, there's been a lot of things coming out. And plus, on a side note, I've actually been getting messages on Twitter just asking me, why is Faraday still trading? And hopefully I'm not the voice of Faraday. Again, I haven't really double checked to see if there's anyone else kind of covering it, but definitely I've gotten more than a handful of questions. Just why is Faraday trading? So plain as day, based on this news that came out on April the 26th, it did state that Faraday is intending on appealing the whole delisting notice. And so based on this, it did say that they have up until May the 1st to appeal, and potentially, if not, they'll be delisted as of May the 3rd. So the fact that it is still trading, that does insinuate that they did appeal it. So that means they paid $20,000 to the NASDAQ for them to appeal, go to the hearing panel. I've already done a video all about that timeline wise. So by them appealing it, kind of extends it by 30 to 45 days. And in my opinion, I think the NASDAQ's just going to laugh at them, but here we are. Aside from that though, they actually did come out with a piece of news that caused a very significant spike up. Was kind of short-lived, as you can kind of see, but needless to say, it did cause a nice spike up, and that was this right here. So Faraday Future issues statement on recent social media post. I believe that this must have been taken down because I did try to find it. I did not see anything, but I think this just goes to show the magnitude of stupidity that is Faraday. So in reality, if you guys do have a link to whatever the hell that they are talking about, let me know in the comments below where to find it. But I did do a kind of vague search and I wasn't able to really find anything. So regardless though, this kind of shows the gong show of what is truly happening. So in reality, they are currently stuck in limbo with the NASDAQ. So again, as I brought up, the next steps are Faraday does have to go to the NASDAQ and kind of plead their case, why they do feel that they should stay on the NASDAQ, and their plans to rectify the recent deficiencies. So there is four, like I've pointed out. So the $1 bid price rule, 10-cent bid price rule, as well as their 10K. And in my opinion, I think Faraday is full of shit. My apologies on the French for that, but yeah, this is just comical. I've been covering them for a good probably year and a half. Initially, when I first started covering it, I was very optimistic. It did have a lot of good opportunity, and then management just completely bombed. Like, they destroyed this company. As I've said, I'm surprised that there's not a lot of lawsuits, because if you think about it, based on just this alone, so just to go back over here, so SEC filings, so you did have this that came out on April the 2nd, and it ultimately just signaled that they were going to be late on their filing. But as you can kind of see right here, I'll just zoom in, it says that they do intend, so the company currently expects to file the annual report before end of April 2024. Well, currently today's date is May the 9th. So they really screwed up massively. And plus, on a side note, this is one of the deficiencies that obviously the NASDAQ is going after them for. So in reality, they are hiding so much crap. And any spikes that you ever see going up is single-handedly them diluting. Nobody with a logical mind should be buying this company. And that's just my own opinion, of course. You guys do whatever the hell you guys want. But the fact that their previous PR did state that they're humoring possible, I guess, partnerships from the Middle East, I think that's just a playbook from Fisker, because Fisker did the exact same thing. And lo and behold, they are going down the insolvency route. So Faraday, in my opinion, is going to be, they technically, based on all their previous finances, they should be bankrupt right now. But the only thing that's keeping them afloat is dilution. And this is why you do see those spikes up. So it's very misleading. A lot of people might be very excited about some random spikes up, kind of hope or whatever else. But Every single time, this is just dilution over and over and over. This company is very heavily shorted, so 63.31% of the free float is being shorted. That works out to be 24.13 million shares overall are being shorted. So don't get me wrong, this is very appealing stuff. So if there's a good piece of news, then yeah, you could have shorts return some shares, but to have a squeeze, I definitely do not think that Faraday is that, because shorts know that they have no cash whatsoever, so they should be belly up probably at any moment, and coincidentally at the same time they should be getting delisted, going down to OTC. So let me know your thoughts on Faraday. Currently the market cap is very, very small, so it is 1.78 million. So a lot of people are saying because of the market cap, how much of a discount it is, it's appealing for a takeover. Yeah, that could be an accurate representation, but in reality, it's a lot more advantageous just to let Faraday go belly up and buy it for 10 cents on the dollar for probably 50,000, in my opinion, maybe 100,000, something like that. So definitely this is a comical joke how this all did develop. And like I said, I'm surprised that there hasn't been a lawsuit, but then again, especially based on the time frame on how long that would take, Faraday wouldn't have any money. So it's just kind of a comical gong show on how this did play out. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. If you've been buying, if you've been selling, what have you been doing with Faraday? On a side note, if you are looking at trading this though, 3.6 cents is going to be the next strong support, and then 1.8 is going to be the one following that. Vice versa, 6.5 is going to be the next strong resistance point. Still though, I don't see any reason to get in unless you are possibly wanting to swing trade, but the risk versus reward in my opinion is definitely not there. Even if they do get a NASDAQ extension, they are going to need a massive reverse stock split, and underline massive. This is probably and would be one of the biggest ones on the NASDAQ ever. So they probably need to do like a one for 200, one for 300, one for 1,000, something absolutely dramatic for them to save this company. So as far as shareholder value, that is just gone through the wind. So yeah, it could be appealing, very exciting to get in, and you might think it's a deal, but in my opinion, I've been covering this for a while, and yeah, I think this is just a gong show. So hopefully sooner rather than later, someone's just going to take Faraday behind the barn and just shoot it, because this is just absolutely painful to watch it just getting dragged out like line by line. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, even though Faraday is as good as gone, take advantage of some free shares, and that is with 𝗪𝗧𝗪. Simply sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it, and they give you 7 fractional shares of the 𝗪𝗧𝗪. Pretty kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.